So we finished World 1, and before moving on to World 2, we're actually going to do this random level in the middle of nowhere that doesn't do anything. We just have this one random auto-scroll level here that really serves no purpose. It doesn't unlock anything, and really it's just here for percentage. I guess they made a level and then couldn't fit it anywhere else, so they decided, you know what, let's just put it out here in the overworld for no reason. Oh, and since I didn't mention it last time, I do love the background right there. Just that angry-looking hillside, and also the one that just looks kind of weirded out right next to it. Just one angry hill, and then the guy next to him's like, oh, I'm not associated with this guy. I'm just here by coincidence. I don't know this person. I'm not related to him. Don't ask. Don't talk to him in general because he's really, really angry. He's a very peeved mountain. He's got a little house on him, or maybe it's a chimney. I don't know. It's a weird-looking hill, man. By the way, if you couldn't tell, this level's kind of boring. It's auto-scrolling, but they don't do anything with it. Like, it's auto-scroll because there's no way it would be a good level otherwise, because it's just running through an area with Goombas. I guess that's there for power-ups, because there's very little chance for you to actually get hit, but it's kind of pointless when there are minigames everywhere for that sort of thing. Ah well, anyway, let's actually get started on World 2. Well, no, not really. This is also its own separate level, with a unique gimmick. Here we have a bubble, and with this bubble we can actually float in the air, which we have to do in order to avoid those Gordos. I kinda like those guys. They look so bored until you get near them, and suddenly they get all excited. They don't really do the normal thing Gordos do in Kirby games, though. They just sort of jiggle in place. Gordos usually just go back and forth between surfaces and don't turn around until they hit blocks, but these guys, nope, they just jitter. So it is important that you keep your bubble, so don't get hit or fall in the water, just so you don't lose this thing. It's really not a difficult level, and oh look, there's a giant cloud that looks like an arrow. Maybe there's stuff up there, but honestly I just kind of want to get through this stage. Because really it's just coins everywhere. Reward is probably coins. So there's a standard goal over there, but I am not going to take it even to show it off. There's no point as long as you have the bubble. Just go into this top exit, and we're in space somehow! I don't know. But anyway, I guess we used that bubble and turned it into a helmet. That's the only explanation I can think of, because I don't think there is some place handing out spacesuits, but then how would Mario get the rest of the suit? You know what, I shouldn't question it. It's Mario, it's supposed to be weird. I don't want to be like one of those guys on the internet that's like, why is Mario so weird? Why is it such a weird game? Maybe Mario was actually dead all along, and that's why things in the Mario series are so bizarre, like why there's a UFO shooting a star at Mario. It's actually because Mario's really repressed and also has parent issues. That's why. Anyway, Space Zone is actually one of my favorite worlds in the game. It's one of the shorter ones. I swear that's not why it's one of my favorites, though. To be fair, while it's not the best world, there is one very specific reason I like it. But it is short, and there are only 3 stages in this world, one of course being the secret exit. And given the other stage here is a boss, well, I think you know that the secret exit pretty much has to be in this stage, because there aren't actually any secret exits during the boss. Because really by that point it would just be annoying to just say, oh, look, secret exit, you thought you were going to fight the boss, but no, you have to do this other stage first. And really this other stage doesn't have much of a point, just go get more coins, that sort of thing. And with that, we're done with the stage. Alright, which minigame are we gonna get? We're gonna get the crane game. Cool, this is a good one for lives. Basically, if you press the A button, like right there, you'll almost always get a triple life, which is pretty much the most consistently useful thing here. Right, now we're going to go back into the first area. This secret exit is a bit tricky to find, so I'm probably going to show the entirety of the level up to it, just so you don't get lost. Though I must say, I do like this set of levels, because, of course, to get to Space Zone you have to use that bubble, which sort of introduces this sort of floaty jump mechanic. I mean, in that case it's not anti-gravity. Here it's anti-gravity, but yeah, you do have a much higher jump, and it's a tad slower. Not much slower, I'd say, but it is a bit floatier, though, overall, so you do have to keep that in mind. And, of course, you can get some coins right here, some easy coins. They're not exactly necessary. Oh, actually, I just noticed. See that thing down in the bottom there that says 99 right now? That's actually an enemy kill counter. I neglected to mention this before, but yeah, we do actually have an enemy kill counter. And once that gets to 100, which I believe I'll be able to show soon... Actually, I don't think there are any enemies up here, so we might not until the next stage. Either way, this is where the secret exit is. Yeah, you had to find it with invisible blocks. I don't know how you'd find that on your own, but then again, I don't know how you'd find most... Well, some of them are easy to find, like the one in the last world. But once you find this one, though, it's pretty easy to get to. Just a bit of precision platforming, which really isn't too difficult. And... ouch, that had to hurt. Understandably, the moon looks really annoyed that it has a gigantic star lodged into its head. But to be fair, it was kinda creeping on this star over there, so maybe it deserves it, I don't know. Anyway, after you kill 100 enemies, a Starman drops out, so you get free invincibility. It can be kinda helpful, I have to say, though. It really wasn't well timed here. I wasn't able to get many enemies killed, so that could have gotten me an extra life, but nah, it didn't. We also have a total coin count, which caps at 999, and now the moon's all sad. Hey man, I just went through the stage, you'd think you'd be happy, but no. Anyway, this is the best song in the game. This song in particular is called Star Maze. I really like it because it's a pretty unique song, I have to say. Like, most of them are sort of variations on the one main theme. It's kind of like Super Mario World like that. I think I've said that multiple times already, but this song, while it is kind of reminiscent of the main theme, sounds more like its own thing overall, so I love it, and plus it's catchy as well. It's very catchy, and just it's one of the most fun songs to listen to. Also, if you haven't noticed, we get unlimited jump here, so we can duck between stars, or we could take the cheap way and just not have to deal with that stuff. Personally, I'd rather not because, well, I don't want to get hit. So this isn't the hardest stage, but I have to say it is pretty fun, even if it is an auto-scroller. Even so, it's pretty neat. Plus, you know, we've got all these really angry stars. I don't know why these stars are so pissed, they just are. They're angry at their mere existence of being stars. That is one weird thing about Super Mario Land 2. Like, quite a few things look angry, because we had the angry hills back in the previous stages. I don't know why they're angry. Usually things in Mario games are happy, or at the very least very neutral. They have eyes, they might not have smiles, but if they do have a mouth as well, they're usually smiling. Not in Super Mario Land 2, though. No, it's always pissed. I guess that's just what happens when Wario comes in and takes over everything. Everything just becomes angry. Maybe not necessarily with Wario himself, but maybe with themselves. He's a reflection of the parts of themselves that they hate. They just hate seeing him as such. Anyway, those pufferfish enemies can actually be a bit tricky because you can't pass them by when they're deflated, but if they're not deflated, then they will hit you. And you have to time those pretty well because this is an auto-scroller stage, so yeah, if you don't time it well, you're gonna get hit. But we're at the boss, and it's actually Tatanga from the first game. Wario hired him a second time. He's not too difficult, though. He's pretty similar to the bird, except he shoots projectiles, but he does do the same swoopy sort of thing. Basically, what you want to do is, you want to stay close to him. You want to go in close so you can get these projectiles to detonate as soon as possible, because otherwise they can be pretty troublesome. Otherwise, just don't float up too high and you'll be fine. And just like the first boss, he only takes 3 hits. Yep, that was pretty easy. And it's one of the shortest worlds in the game, so Space World is already done. So that's the second coin we need, but there's still 4 more. So next time on Super Mario Land 2, we're going to be going after those. And we're going to be getting away from that weird hippo statue. Seriously, that guy creeps me out.